Do you feel the Niners are too romantic in a way?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like sometimes the tail is wagging the dog a little bit.
Hold on. Jason, real quick, is kind of alluding to this. He says, something I haven't heard you discuss. SF has allowed 53 second-half points in the last 11 games combined. This is a different team in the second half. Their moment in the second half. All right. Are the Niners too romantic?
Yeah. I feel like, like I said, I feel like the tail is wagging the dog in a sense. Yeah. Identity breeds swagger, right? You know, it got to be in you, not on you. And I feel like our identity of who we are, running to the ball, swarming, everybody getting a hat on their hat, extra effort. We're a vanilla defense as far as like exotic blitzes and sub packages. So we really rely on our rules. Effort. That's what we rely on. And with that effort breeds swagger, right? Because effort with consistency breeds confidence.
And they played that way for 4 months.
They did.
They did.
I love the confidence.
It was great.
But we're starting to have swagger without identity.
Thank you.
And it's really getting alarming in January.
They were not swarming to the ball in the first half against Seattle. They admitted it.
No, yeah. They admitted not only that, but I think the smoking gun is they all admitted that there were no adjustments at halftime. Right? That right there lets you know that there was nothing that needed to change. We needed to get the lead out.
Yeah.
I would, to be honest, in a word, I was livid with our defensive effort in the first half. Yeah. And to be honest, I can see what it's like for us to be. We're not underdogs anymore. We didn't eke our way into the playoffs. We've been in the playoffs for damn near weeks before we came in. We're on an 11-game win streak. We didn't have to control our own destiny to get in and beat the Rams just to make it in. And we weren't hungry, fast, and famine going into Dallas with something to prove. True. Now we are the people. We're the hunted. That's Everybody sees us. And I feel like our team, we're kind of reading our own news clippings a little bit.
Yeah.
And
we're the team no one wants to face. We're the best team. Oh, well, I guess that's true. I guess the other team's scared of us. They're just gonna fold.
Yeah.
They know they're not as good as us.
Yeah. And you know what? This was, I feel like this was like the perfect little dose of medicine to kind of wake us up, to get us to understand that this is still the NFL. Nobody is gonna show up and lay down. And I don't care what you think your identity is. You still have to go out and prove it.
That's right. Yeah. Just because you did it for 4 months doesn't mean it still carries over. Just because, you went to the Super Bowl 3 years ago doesn't mean that you're going to waltz in this year.
Win.
I mean, you didn't win. You're not champions. Again, this team, great team. But ever since they lost that Super Bowl, they've carried themselves like they won the Super Bowl 4 years. And I feel like it's an affront to the football guys. You can't act like that. They will bring you down to earth for acting like that. And
Who do we think we are? Who do we think we are that we can go to the mountaintop?
Thank you.
Lose. Yeah. And then think that everybody else is just going to believe the same beliefs that we have, that everybody's going to think we're as good as we think we are.
Thank you. Well put.
I think that a little bit of that is showing up even in the press conferences with Brock. It's almost like a humble brag. Well, he's playing against the #1 defense in the league. I knew he was the man. Well, you know what? The offense ain't struggling no more, D.
Yep.
So what y'all gonna do?
Yeah. And what's the excuse? Okay, you were pacing yourself. You're taking. All right. Well, if you can really flip the switch, then do it now, because you really haven't played like yourselves in a month. A month. Yeah. I mean, the offense is killing it though. Thank goodness. And really, the defense is surviving on turnovers. And to their credit, they're forcing turnovers, but a lot of these turnovers have been gimmies. If those hadn't been, like if David Blau hadn't thrown those up or whatever, this defense wouldn't be looking as good. And eventually those
man downfield, just the way that sequence happened on that drive, it was very fortuitous On
Yeah,
our
because they were at the
side.
7-yard line. Then all of a sudden they started going back to the 19. Yep.
Yeah. And then there was that TV timeout where they got the water up, rethink
Because Austin
everything.
Blythe got hurt.
Yes, because Blythe got hurt.
Yep.
All of that stuff counts, you know.
Yep.
I think that, you know, we get these moments, you know, we're sticking to the whole romanticized part.
Yes.
Is where, you know, it's like, oh, well, the game changed when this turnover happened, or once when we got that fourth, you know, when we got that fourth down stop, that's when the game changed.
Or when Kyle said something at halftime.
Yeah. And I understand that, you know, in retrospect, when you're looking back on a game after a win, right? Because the thing, one thing about winning streaks is they can kind of lull you to sleep. You know, it's hard to understand, to keep a standard when you're winning so damn much. What's going to happen when a team has a moment against us? Yeah. Right. And they had their moment. And they say to themselves, well, this is our turn to turn it up. Yeah. You know, so the thing that just frustrated me the most when we were talking during the game is that we are a 60-minute ball club. Yeah. That's our number. We are a 60-minute ball club. And I want to see us play for 60 minutes. I
mean, if you're going to win the Super Bowl, you should be doing that in January, I think. Unless you're so much better than the rest of the league that you don't have to. I don't know that even exists in the NFL with this much.
I don't think we're there. I don't think we're there.
Are they just way better than the rest of the league? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they're way better than Dallas, but they haven't beaten a team this good yet.
They have not.
They haven't. I'm not saying they won't, but they haven't. So why are they acting? I mean, maybe they come out this week and they really feel like this is the measuring stick and they just whoop Dallas and they play with an effort that we haven't seen in a month, and they really are that type of team that turns it on. Maybe.
Well, I don't think that, and this is why. All right, so this is why we're going to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Okay, is that we're not competing with teams anymore. We're competing with ourselves.
I like that. I see what you mean. It's like, can the Niners not beat themselves in the next 3 weeks? Probably.
I don't think that. I think that really, and we're going to do it anyway. Yeah. But in my mind, I don't think that going tit for tat with every roster that we go against. No, we packed our bags on the journey. We took what we came with. All right, we ready. At this stage of the game, there's no excuse on anybody we play in the rest of the playoffs. We've been saying Super Bowl since August. So at this stage of the game, there are no excuses. No. Let's play.
Yeah, it seems to me the only way the Niners don't win the Super Bowl is if their defense gets absolutely shredded or Purdy has a 2-3 turnover game, which could happen. But seems like, odds are in the Niners' favor here as long as they just play up to their potential. Three more times.
If they play up to their potential, we can't be beat.
I think so. I mean, their offense seems pretty unstoppable right now. Now, maybe a great defense could match up, but I don't see those. I don't see a great defense. Not on this team, not anywhere.
No, I think it's time for us to just wear the responsibility. It's our year.
Yeah.
Get it done. Yeah.